Is school reform dead? Should we throw up our hands and admit we can't consistently design the schools and districts we need? I'm Karen Hawley-Miles, and we at ERS say no.
I have seen a difference in schools, teachers, and students' experiences based on this work.
We've learned so much over the past 20 years, as much from what hasn't worked as from what has, and we're seeing school districts make strides accelerating learning for every child across more than just a few schools. Tulsa Public Schools, for example, is in their third year of redesign. They're centered around a single strategic priority of improving instruction by creating effective professional learning for teachers. These aren't just one-off PD sessions organized by somebody in central office in hopes that they'll make a difference for someone in some school. This is about changing the way that teachers work in schools, creating things like regular long blocks of time to learn and plan lessons with fellow teachers. It's learning that's led by great teacher leaders and includes frequent, growth-oriented, not evaluative feedback. In this audio story, we learn how Tulsa Public Schools uses their new planning capacity to create more collaborative planning time for teacher teams. Listen and be inspired by the messy, often unsexy work of district and school redesign. Jennifer Grappata was one of the 7 instructional leadership directors at Tulsa Public Schools. She's been in the district since 1995, devoting her entire professional career to Tulsa. She's had many roles, including teacher, principal, and now, in her current role, she coaches principals. Her role is central to TPS's effort to increase collaborative planning time and improve teacher growth. And ERS has had the honor of working hand in hand with district leaders to reorganize people time and money in order to do this.
Our goal is to get teachers together for 90 minutes on one day a week, that they can have an uninterrupted plan.
Jennifer is referring to collaborative planning time, but a 90-minute planning block every week is a big change.
It was just traditional where we have 40 minutes a day, and to hear 90-minute plans, like, how would that work? That's not possible. So that was initially the thought.
Carisha Solomon is the proud principal of Hawthorne Elementary, one of the 10 schools supported by ERS and leading educators in the first cohort of this work. She's amazed how what seemed impossible turned out to be possible.
After really sorting through and looking at ways to make it work, and just with a few changes here and a few changes there, and to see it be possible and teachers can experience professional learning in a space where they can learn from colleagues that are above their grade level or right below their grade level to create more alignment. That's something that has been really strong in our building as well.
For example, now their librarian and counselor cover specials one day a week, which allows more teachers to get off at the same time for content meetings. To make changes like this, Jennifer explains that school leaders have to have good data and use it to look carefully at their people time and money.
Who are the people I have in my building? What's the time frame that I have? And how can I strategically think about who is where, when, and what are the various combinations that I can come up with to create the ideal situation for teachers to have more time to plan?
Then, and this is vital, you have to make sure that time is used well. For that, Jennifer credits the work of Leading Educators, a nonprofit that works with districts and schools to develop teacher leaders and ensure that collaborative planning time is well spent.
We currently have cohorts of schools going through professional learning with Leading Educators, and it's around content cycles. And so we have built out resources that are around adult learning that support the curricular tools that we have in our buildings. And then we have a period of time that's for planning. And then we have a period of time that they bring student work back, and we look at data based on the implementation of the new instructional strategy. And then we just continue that cycle throughout the year.
Carisha sees a big difference in teacher morale.
The 90-minute plan cycles that we've been allowed to create and creating a space for teacher leaders to emerge has definitely been something that has helped with teacher retention, because for one, teachers are enjoying the fact that all of their development doesn't come directly from me or my assistant principal, but they also find value in knowing, this is a place where you can learn and develop from each other.
And Jennifer sees impact with teacher practice as well as impact in student work.
I can take you to numerous classrooms that I have seen teachers' capacity grow exponential, in that teachers are more confident in the curriculum they're teaching. They are using stronger strategies in front of children. It's not perfect. We're still growing and developing people, but I think we're on the right path. And I think one of the keys for that work moving forward has been our strategic planning and being very purposeful with how we use our time and our money and our resources. I have seen a difference in schools, teachers, and students' experiences based on this work.
These kind of changes aren't easy, but when it comes from the district, Carisha's experience shows that schools can get the support and guidance they need to make changes like this happen and keep happening.
With the appropriate amount of time, money, resources, and, people, then it's going to increase student outcomes. And so, although it's time consuming, but what isn't that gives you this kind of, the bang for the buck, levels it out, I guess.
You can learn the details of how Tulsa made these changes by going to our website. We've partnered with Tulsa for many years and have case studies and links to the actual tools, including an interactive staffing, scheduling, and budget prototype for schools. You really should check it out. It's not like anything you've seen before, and we'll show you exactly how Tulsa did it. If you're feeling inspired, listen to our next story on cross-departmental feedback. Tulsa's new planning system allows for principals to get support from all the departments in the central office at the same time.
Even the district staff really enjoyed the time with the principals, but also just learning about what the other teams do, because we were in such terrible, strong silos that we didn't even quite realize how all the pieces fit together at a district level.
Thanks so much to Jennifer and Carisha and all of the committed educators in Tulsa Public Schools that are making this transformation happen. It gives us hope and energy to keep working with district leaders on redesigning school systems so that every child in every school is ready for tomorrow.